Hey everybody, it's Rebecca. Welcome back to the channel. I have a good one for you today. A new interesting case out of our favorite state, South Carolina, and it's National Teddy Bear Day. Yeah, which goes right along with the theme I've been establishing on reselling. Hey, stay tuned. Hey everybody, Crafting Journey here, that Journey Chick on Instagram. Welcome to another edition of Crafting and Crime Daily, the show where I bring you recaps of live trials, except right now, there are no live trials, but I've got a very interesting story for you out of South Carolina. Oh my word, the justice system there is just not to be believed, and you're not going to believe today's story, so stay tuned for that. But first, please don't forget to hit the like button. He's going to the post office again with me today, and I've told him to remind me to mail this magazine. In fact, I'm going to put it right over here. Like button, please. Okay. Please consider subscribing if you're enjoying the content. Share this with someone else who you might think would like to have something to listen to while they craft. And consider becoming a member if you're already subscribed. Also, don't forget the notification bell. You want to hit all because you never know when I'm going to have another video uploaded. I'm trying to be more consistent about getting them uploaded around the same time every day, between like 12 and 1. So, fingers crossed. Okay, I'm in the home stretch on this diamond painting. I'm super excited. But guess what? Now you know I'm an affiliate with Diamond Painting Drills, or if you didn't, now you do know. So every month they have a special where she handpicks certain drills of a specific theme, and I always order it. Yeah, so I can show you guys. Plus, I'm a huge collector. Now, she included this, and I think this is fantastic. This is all of the colors that she has in her stock. Oh, what? Yeah, a color chart. Amazing. So I don't know if this comes with the orders. I've got to ask her. I should have asked her, but I didn't. That's my invoice. Here they are. I ordered 1 square, 1 round. She also does a theme sticker every month, and this month it's got fall leaves in it. Super cute. And my sister always steals it. There's one on the box, and there's so many beautiful colors in this sticker. So I will save that for my sister. All right, I've got a trash can right under here. I love the way she wraps it. So I can't peek until I unbox it for you guys, right? All right, here they are. Okay, these are the Diamond Painting Drills special for the month. It appears they are fall colors, and we know that Halloween is coming up. We're all going to be participating in these Halloween events, and you want to bling out those paintings with these sparklers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's got the numbers on the back of all of them. There they are. Diamond Painting Drills on the front. You could also order these, pay a little bit more, and get them a larger amount in, little envelopes. But I like to get them in these little cases. I just put dribbles of them here and there. Sometimes I'll just mix them in with the regular drills so that it's random where it shows up. But look how beautiful these are. These ones are the round, available in squares. Beautiful. What is that one color there? 3857. That is gorgeous. It really is. So I'm just going to open them up. I will put a picture here so you can see them up close. These are going to be absolutely perfect if you're Halloween painting, or you've got a nice fall painting, or even one of those landscapes, those Chuck Penson landscapes, or I think I have an Abraham Hunter that has all of these fall colors in them. Yeah, so diamondpaintingdrills.com. There's a link down in the description of this video that will take you directly to that site. So check them out. This is the special for the month. It's available in square and rounds. So yay! And you get a sticker, and I hope that she includes this chart with all your orders, because this is a great thing to have. She'll show you which ones she has, which if they're available in square or round. Really cool. So thanks. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Today is National Teddy Bear Day. Now, this originates way back from, Teddy Roosevelt. In 1902, he was out hunting in Mississippi, and he refused to shoot a bear cub. Oh, I wouldn't shoot it either. This event made national news, and Clifford Berryman made a cartoon out of it. This cartoon inspired the store owner to make a toy, and he actually wrote to Roosevelt and said, "Can I call him a teddy bear?" And Roosevelt said, "Yeah." He was in on the joke. Why not? So now, as a reseller, I'm loving these plushies. If you watch my latest videos, you'll see a lot of bears. A lot of bears. Beanie Babies, I've got bears out the yin yang. I am happy to say, though, I don't know how many of you watched the Beanie Baby unboxing, where I purchased at auction a huge lot of Beanie Babies. I am happy to say that I have already made all of my money back by the sale of 6 of the, there was probably 30 of them in there. At least. I haven't even listed them all, and I've already sold 6 of them, and it is paid for the entire lot. So, yay! So, I'm making money. Yeah, I'm in a better mood because it's Friday. Friday dance. Friday dance. And I need to get going here. I gotta go to the post office. I gotta go see if there's any, early bird yard sales, estate sales, whatever. So, yeah, there is a new video on the Leftover channel, my new channel. Check that out. Down below, there's a link in the description. It'll take you there. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, help me get that channel launched. It's only been out there a month. I've already reached 100 hours of watch time and over 1,000 views. So, I think that's kind of cool. Anyway, today, I'm going to talk to you about a case out of Orangeburg County, South Carolina. Actually, it's 3 different cases involving the same defendant, Bowen Turner, who's now 19 years old. He attended Orangeburg Preparatory School. Now, he was accused of 3 different rapes, 3 different counties, 3 different women, over a period of time between 2018 and 2019. And what happens in this justice system in South Carolina is astonishing, to say the least. So the first person we don't know much about, because, he was a juvenile, and she's not willing to talk, so there's not much you can't get to the record on a juvenile case unless somebody's willing to talk. The second case involves a woman named, or a girl at the time. She was also attending this Orangeburg Preparatory School, so she knew who Bowen was. They were friends. They both were from affluent families in this Orangeburg County. Orangeburg County is very similar to the Hampton County, which is like right next door, where the Murdoch family lives. And it's very rural, these are like the 2 poorest counties in South Carolina, Orangeburg and Hampton. And what happens in this case is very similar to what happened to Paul Murdoch with the boating accident and the treatment that he got before he was murdered. But Bowen Turner, his family is very affluent, like I said. And he goes to this preparatory school. They run in the same circles. He and this second victim, her name was Dallas. Dallas, she's the senior class president, very involved in volleyball, has a lot of friends at the school. They end up at the same party. Well, she gets quite intoxicated, according to her friends. She was very drunk, and she goes missing. So her friends starting to look for her at this party, and they go and they look for her out in the woods. And one of the friends runs across, and they see her lying on the ground, and above her body is Bowen Turner, and he stands up, zips up his pants, and runs. So somebody ran after him and beat him up, I think. But in any case, Alice's mother happened to be on her way to pick up her daughter at this party and bring her home. And as she's arriving at the party, overhears someone say, "Oh my gosh, someone's been raped." And now she's like, "Oh my God." And then someone runs up to her and says, "Hey, something's happened to Dallas." So one of the friends scoops up Dallas. She's unconscious. She's bruised. She's bleeding. She's got scratches all over. She's covered in leaves because they were out in the woods. And the mother, instead of taking her to the hospital, her unconscious daughter takes her home. And the father says, let's call 911. So they call 911. An ambulance comes. They take her to the Orangeburg Hospital, where a SANE nurse comes out. This SANE stands for sexual assault nurse evaluation, and these are special nurses that are trained on how to do these rape kits and stuff. So the SANE nurse actually talks her out of the examination, saying, "Oh, this is going to be too rough. You're not going to like it. It's very rough." And so she doesn't do it. Well, her parents take her to a different hospital. It's called MUSC, and I'm not sure what that stands for. Something of University of South Carolina. Anyway, they take her there, and she does get a rape kit. So there's evidence against, these DNA comes back to Bowen Turner. She right away she says Bowen Turner. She identifies Bowen Turner as the assailant. Now, let me tell you a little about Bowen Turner. His father works for the solicitor's office. The solicitors are the prosecutors. His father works as an investigator for that office. He hires a state senator to represent him on rape charges because he is ultimately charged with rape. On the first bond hearing, he gets no bond. And then the state senator is involved. He asks for a rehearing, and they change it to $10,000 bond with an ankle monitor. Now, on this ankle monitor, someone is supposed to be monitoring it. Apparently, no one was monitoring the ankle monitor. And while he's out on bond, he violates the conditions of his bond by leaving the state to go car shopping. And he's supposed to be on house arrest. He's only supposed to be going to school. He's going shopping. He's going partying at other people's houses. He's going golfing. He's just totally ignoring the conditions of his bond, and no one's monitoring it. And the judge had said specifically, if there are any violations of this bond, it has to be whoever's monitoring it, whatever company is monitoring it, has to report this within 24 hours, or that company could be subject to criminal prosecution. So no one's reporting this. So finally, one of the families of the victims say, hear that he's been seen all over town. We want to know, what's he been up to? So the court finds out he has violated this thing like over 60 times. While he's out on bond, though, he allegedly commits another rape. For the woman's name, the girl's name is Chloe Bess. And she's at a party. She gets separated from her friends. Her friends actually went to get something to eat. So she's calling her friends. She goes outside of, it's a house party. So she leaves and she goes outside to call her friends. And while she's calling her friends saying, "Can you come back and pick me up?" Bowen comes out near her, and she's like, it was very creepy because she goes, "I don't really know him, and I don't know why he was there." And he kept telling me, "Don't leave the party, don't leave the party." So she hangs up with her friend, and he grabs her, forces her. She's 115 pounds. Bowen forces her into a wooded tree line, throws her to the ground, and rapes her, allegedly. And she says in her interview that she just remembers looking at the stars. You know, she just kind of blacked out for the most part of it. And she kept saying, I just can't wait for it to be over so that I can just run. So when it's over, she runs. She goes back into the house. She runs into the bathroom. She sees what a mess she is. She goes back out of the house because she sees, you know, when she leaves the bathroom, she sees Bowen laying on the couch. She thinks he's sleeping. So she's like, this is my chance to get out of here. So she leaves the house. She runs and hides behind a bush. She looks at her cell phone. She needs to call someone. She's on 1% on her cell phone, so she calls the first person she can think of. Boom, and she tells that friend, "Please come get me." And apparently, when she mentioned Bowen's name, he's like, "I'm on my way." Because, like I said, this is a small community. While she's waiting for her friend, hidden behind this bush, Bowen comes out of the house, and he's calling for her. Chloe, Chloe. He's looking for her. Then he gets in his truck and he's looking for her. Finally, she sees her friend pull into the driveway. She runs and gets into the car, and that's when she says she felt safe. She also goes to the hospital, gets a rape kit, the DNA. She names Bowen Turner. The DNA comes back to Bowen Turner. So let's go back to Dallas, the second person. Now, Dallas, her family says after this rape, she was never the same. It just really, really affected her. Is committed suicide, which is really sad. She couldn't take the bullying. Yeah. And then here's what happens in the end. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So here's what happened after the third rape. After Chloe is raped, Bowen is picked up again. He is held with no bond. They put him in a juvenile detention center. Well, the state senator comes and he argues, hey, listen, he's got to go to school. You know, how's he going to go to school if he's in this detention center, and he needs to be out so he can graduate and, you know, go on to college. And he took this statement that Chloe had made, a statement that she felt ashamed. Now, he takes this totally out of context in front of the judge and says, well, if she felt ashamed, it's because she's laying on the ground having sex with someone. So she must feel guilty about something. Fortunately, the judge continues to say no bond. Doesn't buy this whole thing. But what a horrible thing for the state senator to say about this girl. Then he schedules another hearing a few months later where he's again arguing he needs to have a bond set. So he, you know, same argument, continue school, different judge. I don't know why there's so many, you know, when I tried cases, you had each case had a judge assigned to that case. It doesn't appear to work that way in South Carolina. You just get whatever judge you get on a particular day. I don't know. Or whatever judge you would like. Maybe that's how it works. So on this next hearing, he is allowed a bond and he's allowed an ankle monitor. So now he's got a hearing scheduled on all of the violations that he's had from the ankle monitoring. But prior to this hearing, a plea deal is worked out with the prosecutor, or what do they call them? Solicitor. They work out a plea deal. Now, the solicitor is a guy named David Miller. And David Miller explains, here's the plea deal. They're dropping the charges involving the case of Dallas because she committed suicide. She's not there to testify, and it's a very difficult case, and they don't want to waste the taxpayers' money. They do a downward departure and allow Bowen to plead to a lesser charge, aggravated assault, on Chloe. No rape. So instead of having a hearing on all the violations that he's never put in jail for, you know, even one of those violations, bond should have been revoked and he should have been put back in jail. Nope, they schedule a hearing. So the hearing comes, and instead of hearing the violations, they hear the plea deal. Now, there was a judge previously that had said he is supposed to be sentenced as an adult. You know, we're treating this trial. He is being considered an adult. Well, this particular judge that's present now for the day of the plea deal is a judge that has not been in this courtroom in Orangeburg for years and is very, very well known for his light sentencing that doesn't favor the victims. So makes you wonder what's going on with this state senator. So, and I will tell you that the prosecutor, David Miller, that was involved with this plea deal is running to be a judge. And he needs the support of his state senator to do this. So, here we go with the plea deal. So instead of sentencing him as an adult, this judge decides he's going to sentence him under the Youthful Offender Act. So he gets 6 years suspended sentence, 5 years probation. But as a sexual offender, and if he violates any of the restrictions of the probation, he will have to register as a sex offender. But if he doesn't violate during those 5 years, his entire record gets expunged. This kid made out like a bandit. 3 rapes, no jail time. No. This is what happens in South Carolina when you're from an affluent family and you have money to hire a state senator to represent you. Yeah, I told you. Crazy, huh? And I might add, one of the craziest things that this kid did, adult, whatever you want to call him, during all of his probation violations or all of his bond violations, he actually visited the gravesite of Dallas. Someone saw him visiting the gravesite at 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. Anyway, that's the case. So let me know what you think, guys, down in the comments. How crazy is this justice system in South Carolina? And I bet it's not just limited to South Carolina. There are a lot of these small towns where they play good old boy, and it's got to stop. Oh, my word. So what happened this day in history? In 1971, the prisoners take control of the Attica prison in Buffalo, New York. So later that day, the prison guards were able to take control of most of the prison, but however, there were 1,281 prisoners out in the yard that had 39 hostages that they were holding for 4 days. So after negotiations stall, the state police and local police officers decide they're going to storm the yard. Well, 10 of the hostages were killed, 29 of the inmates were killed. 89 other people were seriously injured. It was just like the hail of gunfire. Now, the inmates were very, very frustrated. They had chronic overcrowding, censorship of letters and their living conditions. They were limited to 1 shower per week and 1 roll of toilet paper per month. As far as the negotiations that went, the prison, they agreed to, their demands, but one of the demands, for better living conditions, but one of the demands that they wanted was amnesty for everybody in the prison yard. And they were not willing to do this. So this is when they decided they would overtake these people in a hail of gunfire. Very, very sad. Now, following this, after 43 people are dead, the guards on the inside started retaliating against the prisoners. Just horrible, horrible treatment by these guards. So in 1974, lawyers representing all of the people that were in the yard, 1,281 people that were in the yard, filed a $2.8 billion lawsuit. This lawsuit took 18 years to come to fruition and 5 more years just to get to the damages phase. They finally settled on $8 million, which was divided very unevenly amongst 500 inmates. depending on the severity of their suffering during the raid and the weeks following. Now, families of the officers that were killed were sent a death benefit by the state, and because the families accepted that death benefit, they were not allowed to sue anybody. The hostages that survived lost their right to sue by accepting their paychecks. Crazy. Anyway, so before we go today, I do want to say, condolences to my subscribers out there in the UK. Queen Elizabeth passed away yesterday, and I know this entire country is in mourning. She was an amazing, amazing woman. An inspiration for every person I know, every woman I know, that she could reign for over 70 years. And, bless her heart, she lived to 96. That's such a full life. And, so my condolences are out there for my UK people. So take care, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next Crafting and Crime Daily.